I open it and see whole milk. Not cold, but cool. Still smelling like milk when I lift the cap. The outside of the gallon sweating against my hands. I pour a tall, creamy glass and gulp it down. Pour another. Never know when I'm going to have milk again. It could be a while. I find a sealed stick of summer sausage in the cupboard. Cut slices. The warm, fatty meat bending and breaking apart on my knife. There's a box of crackers on the floor behind the table, and I pick them up. Stack them with slices of sausage. Eat quickly, because it's still strange to be in my neighbor's kitchen, to be eating my neighbor's food. It seems like they'll come back at any moment, and I listen for them, even though I know they won't. I wonder if I'll get used to all of this, or how long that might take. I put the milk carton back in the fridge and tell myself that the milk might last another day, but it's the middle of July, near 100 degrees each afternoon, and now that the fridge has been opened, I know the milk won't stay cold anymore. Not unless I think of something. So I rummage in the freezer and find juice concentrate cans, not hard frozen, but slushy. I line 6 of them around the milk carton, take a Sharpie from the counter and write Milk 1981 Moss on the back of my left hand to remind myself to return. I fill my backpack with water bottles and cans of refried beans, take them across the street to my garage, and stack them with the food I've found so far. Then I head out into the neighborhood to scavenge some more until late evening. When it gets dark, I stand in the middle of the street and look at the sky. The one thing that's unchanged, the steady chemistry of stars and planets, see Venus ready to set, Jupiter in opposition. No star blink, but a steady, straight, bright light, the reflected light of the sun. I imagine looking at our Earth from the surface of Venus, wonder if the blazing light on this planet, our own, would appear larger than what I see now. If I would be able to tell the difference in size. 3 years ago, I stole a solar system book from the school library, stripped the magnet from its spine and walked out, memorized the facts of each planet, stared at NASA's New Horizon pictures of Pluto and its Charon sister moon, made a promise to Pluto. As long as I lived, I'd count it as a full planet. I wouldn't let people abandon it. People who didn't consider the object good enough. People who didn't understand its true value. Chapter 3. The First. I cross the street and work up the opposite block, search the odd-numbered houses on the top half. There isn't much until I get to 1999, where there's a noise as I come through the door. A movement in the living room. I duck low, hide behind a wall-bolted shoe rack, wait for whatever it is. I don't hear anything else. I wait and listen, creep forward into the living room, the chaos of toppled furniture. Then I hear the noise again and stop. Peek around a couch, see something on the floor on the far side of the room. I move closer, step over a chair, see someone lying on his back. He's gray-haired, wearing a dark-colored suit, and I recognize my neighbor, Mr. Francois, a retired French professor at the university. Everyone in the neighborhood used to talk about him because he always wore a full 3-piece black suit, in any weather, even summer, and he didn't like any of his neighbors, or children, or dogs. He'd sit on his porch and glare at everything, just his angry eyes. But Mr. Francois isn't dead yet. He's flat on the floor, on his back in the living room, opening his mouth and closing it, silently. Opening his mouth and closing it like a fish pulled up on a rock by a bird. Mr. Francois's eyes don't seem to be working, or whatever connects those eyes to the rest of him, because he can't see me even though I'm standing directly above him. His vision doesn't track my movements. His eyes don't shift or blink.